Tonight, Toledo police wrapped up an internal affairs investigation into two controversial Toledo police incidents involving teens. The findings and new body camera video are being released for the first time today. Faith Zahowski is in studio tonight. Faith, what consequences did those officers see?
Both incidents have different outcomes. One incident in April ended with officers in question not being reprimanded, while another incident in May is leaving two officers disciplined and one even demoted. Now, Police Chief Mike Trenley is turning to the community to help rebuild trust with teens.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for being here.
At a Toledo police press conference Friday, officials announced the results of investigations into two controversial incidents, now fueling a push to rebuild trust with teens. In April, officers stopped a group of teens walking in the road. A 15-year-old was arrested after refusing to cooperate, resisting arrest, and even spitting at an officer.
She spit in my face.
After reviewing body camera video and holding interviews, both officers were cleared. But in a separate incident in May,
Go away, because you're annoying and stupid.
Officers were heard talking down to a group of teens jaywalking. One officer received a written reprimand. The other officer was suspended 15 days and reassigned from SWAT.
Both incidents reflected negatively on our department and our community. In each case, there were opportunities for better judgment and engagement.
The Toledo Buffalo Soldiers are stepping in to try and strengthen those relationships between the public and police. President Earl Mack says he's working with the police chief to host a series of community sessions.
There's going to be community engagement where we have the community come in and we talk and kind of address their concerns and fears of the community. And then the second part of that is a cultural competency for police officers to show them about themselves. What kind of biases they have, which can affect their job.
Max says his group builds trust with young people in ways others sometimes can't.
When we go out to schools and talk with kids, sometimes they tell us things they won't even tell their parents. We talk to them about home life, about parents. We need to teach kids how to respect themselves first, respect others.
And what kids learn often starts with what they see.
Kids are very impressionable these days. And so when they see an adult act in a particular way, they think they can act like that. Adults have to be an example for these kids.
Earl Mack says for kids, they'll continue hands-on programs like what to do during a police stop and lessons on what to do if you see a weapon. He's now working with Chief Trenley to schedule community sessions this summer, with the first expected as soon as July.